This is what's known as a Swage block, and we've borrowed it for use in the ship shop. Very exciting. Go on, spit it out. An accident, you say? Well, I'm not sure how you manage that, seeing as your hands are over yonder. But, let's have a look. She seems to work just fine. Oh, there's your problem. Or rather, mine. Well, Mr. Skully, unfortunate as it may be, I believe your old captain needs to take responsibility for that mishap. I may have been a bit excited to get started in the new ship shop, didn't quite do things proper. Aye, seeing as it's one of our most used tools in the shop, and we've got our new toy here, I believe we have a chance to make something a bit more seaworthy. What say you? Let's get to it then. Seeing as mounting the post vise isn't all that complicated, I'm going to start with the Swage block, because what I want to be able to do is turn it around so I can utilize all of its forming capabilities. So we'll start there and then work out the rest. We're utilizing the build in space mantra. To the scrap heap! Now that I've got this welded up, I want to work on the second position, which is this orientation. So, I'm going to center it in the frame, but I also want it to sit at the same height as when it's in position 1. Unfortunately, I am going to have to cut away some of this material I welded up, which is a bummer, but we're fabricating on the fly, and that's how it gets done. Now that I've got this piece done, I want to reorient the Swage block for position 2. Now I'm going to work upside down, and because I want this part of the Swage block to be the same depth no matter what orientation it's in, I'm going to try and keep this frame in the same position while I'm moving it around. Luckily I've got these big beefy magnets which happen to be the same width as this distance to the table. Sweet! All right, that's about as far as I want to take our little swage basket here. I'm gonna move on to the central post that this will eventually be attached to. But because I'm still working everything out in the old brain box, I'm not 100% sure where this is gonna sit in relation to the post vise. I know there's gonna be space around it for some tooling, possibly a little shelf, but I'll work that out. Let's move on to the next step. So this is why I built them in two different pieces. It's so I could mock it up in space and then figure out where they sat in relation to each other. Just using a couple of clamps and this piece of steel, I can put them in the proper orientation and then start thinking about how I'm gonna actually join them together. Alright, well I got the majority of the structure done, but it got a little late last night and I stopped being able to see anything. I've just got a few details and finishing work to do. Mainly a structural bar here, that way when I'm hammering on top of it, the force isn't being put on this single weld. I want to fill this space with a piece of this expanded mesh, make a little tray out of it, that way I can hold any tools that I need while I'm working, have them at the ready. Finish her up. This is a very important aspect of the entire stand. It's the fact that I can pick it up when it's empty and move it away. Let's take it to the shop. Alright, I want to put the swage block in here and call it done, but I've been having a heck of a time just loading it in sideways because it's not huge, but it's cumbersome. I have an idea. I found this old set of ice tongs at a flea market and I've been wondering what the heck I can use them for. I need to reshape these a bit, luckily I've got the post vise for that, and while these are heating up, I think I'm going to give the vise and the swage block a little bit of a wire massage just so everything looks nice. had no idea that was there. It says 1901. And then what looks like a 45. How cool is that?